Well, hello there, dear viewer. My name's Lee Sass, and welcome to Recovering from the Great Catastrophe. Well, that's probably overstating things a little bit, but I'm not where I was last time you saw me. I'm now in the rich part of the city, having done various things, many things, to get here. Unfortunately, you cannot see any of them. No, don't be like that. I'm not being mean. It's just that I have lost all the footage. So my recording of my last session was probably a pretty good 2 hours of gameplay, maybe 2.5. I don't know, and none of it recorded properly. I got to the end and it just didn't work. So this is a catch up. I'll probably just limit it to me gabbing, just to let you know what you've missed, and that's not too annoying. Bear with me if you can. I'll do another level soon and carry on from here, but I thought some of you might at least like to know what the devil you've missed. So when we were last in the city of Moresby, in the poor part, at least the normal part, we were trying to turn on the last set of speakers, the so-called third head of Cerberus. I was a little concerned because I was going to have to go into the quarantine zone and get myself eaten, because that's what's happened every time I've gone in there before with previous characters. But my fears were a little unfounded. I went in there and I ran around for a bit. I had a bit of trouble at one point getting up a ladder, and I got a miraculous save when I was getting eaten, but I went up a level meeting a zombie, and that when you go up a level you get full health restore, and that saved me. But that was about the only thing that happened that was of note. I got a shotgun, although at this stage you can't do much with shotguns because they won't give you any shells for them. You have to collect those later, but I've got that in storage, stored in gin. I can come and get that later. What else happened? Nothing too dramatic. Then I did a bit of running around the city, completing the last part of that quest, finishing up Head of Cerberus, and then I had to go and start entry into the sewers. Unfortunately, to do that, you have to do the second worst escort mission in the entire damn game. I can't remember what's the guy's name. I can't think of it. He is an old black guy who's in the no, I can't think what his name is now. Mother Helen tells you to follow him to get to the sewers. I'm not quite sure why, because he doesn't actually do very much. But it starts off with him going, "Oh, young fellas, I can't go as fast as I used to, so try to look after me," and then runs off at full pelt for the city, in the bandy-legged way that all these characters ever do. And you then spend your time running after him, having him tell you, "Watch out, there's some zombies ahead, please protect me," and then he immediately rushes forward with his rusty pipe to start whacking them. I complained about the Cho escort mission, but at least he had enough sense after the first encounter to hang back. No, not this fellow. He just runs straight in, and we had one point where the dead end up in great conga line following you, and you can't even stop to try and slow them down because he carries on going, so you've got to stay with him. And eventually we were right at the very entrance to the sewers, and he got whacked once by a zombie and died. Yes, you missed out on some choice language there. So I restarted that, but thankfully there's a checkpoint not far from the sewer entrance. You get into the sewer entrance there finally, and then he proceeds to do absolutely nothing. He doesn't actually do anything for you. I presume he unlocks the sewers. That's about all he does. Everything else from then on is all down to you. Thankfully he stays at the entrance and you don't have to do anything more with him, which is a great relief, and I'm hoping that he'll still
I picked a bad week to give up smoking.
Yes, Perna, thanks for that. Thanks for your input there. I preferred your comment about the wrong shoes. That was quite funny. I preferred that one, saying you're wearing the wrong shoes for this, and you probably are. So anyway, you get into the sewers, you have to drop the water, and you meet the next new enemy, which is a guy called a Floater. Great big fat spitting zombie. Nothing too unique there. Big fat zombies in zombie games, quite common. They usually explode, of course, don't they? But anyone who's played Left 4 Dead, knows about spitters, big fat disgusting zombies. So these guys, I was quite worried about them because in the past I've had a bit of trouble with the net. There's can I pick that up? No, I can't. I thought I saw it flashing like I could pick it up. It's a sort of variety of booze. Notice the that's interesting. We've now just got the vodka from the previous levels. No, these rich folks have got a better class of booze. Smaller bottles or green bottles. You can always tell. How I judge booze quality by the size and the colour of the bottle. Yes. Where was I? Yes. So the floaters. The only thing is they're vulnerable to electrical attacks. Pistols don't do a whole lot to them. I've tried firing them. I actually have now an electrical pistol. See, you can tell it's electrical, but it's got a little blue end on it. Guess what colour it has if you give it a flame upgrade. That's right. Yeah, so this doesn't do much to the floaters, unfortunately, but I do have, the flanged mace, the impact flanged mace, which means it's got electrical charge on it, actually does huge amounts of damage to them, so I killed them quite quickly. As long as you don't get caught in an enclosed area where they can spit on you, it's alright. So, rushed through the sewers fairly quickly, not too much trouble, and didn't even die once, you'll be appreciated. And now we're here, which is the rich part of the city. And you missed, I was...
Hey! We got more survivors!
Yeah, we've got survivors, see, that's us, apparently.
Maybe I'll find something useful.
I even got a chance to make fun of this guy's accent over here. He's got a posh accent.
Hey, it's good to see some new faces.
Where is he? Where is he? Hello?
Came through the sewers? Well, that means those things can get through that way as well.
You came through the sewers. You can tell he's rich because he's got a posh, silly British accent. Doesn't really go with your appearance, but maybe it does a little bit. So yeah, they're worried because
Everything
we've gone.
all right? You look like you've been to the bloody ringer.
No, actually, wasn't that bad. There's been worse bits of the game. So they're worried now that us getting through the sewers and lowering the water so we can get through now means that the zombies could follow us. Silly idea that is. How ridiculous. Now, of course they can't follow us through the sewers because we've dropped the water. Don't worry about it. So, the next
Everything
episode...
all right? You look like you've been to the bloody ringer.
Next episode, what I'll do is I'll... now we've done a little catch-up. We'll discover what these fellas have been up to, apart from barricading themselves.
I hope that the barricades hold.
I'm sure they
There
will.
must be hundreds of them out there.
And of course, now there's probably only about 10 or
More
20,
join
really.
them.
I mean, it'd be nice if there were, but there aren't only hundreds of them. This is not Dead
Everything all
Rising.
right? You look like you've been to the
Yeah, so remember the reason we actually came here was we're supposed to be collecting supplies for the survivors back in the resort, and we haven't found them in the main part of the city, so hopefully we'll find them here in the rich part. Anyway, next episode, that's enough catch up for you. I haven't missed anything really vital, it was okay. We might go... Do we go back through the sewers? I can't remember. We'll do some more travelling through the sewers at some point probably. You'll meet floaters later as well, so you won't have missed too much. So thanks very much for listening, and more proper gameplay in the next episode. See you later.